Okay, so here's what we're going to try to do this time. This is a eyeball beholder there I made. It's done out of these little bouncy balls. And we're going to use tin foil and hot glue. One we're going to try to put a mouth on it with some teeth. Alright, so I got a small hot glue gun here. The little small ones put out a smaller amount. What I started off at first was I took the hot glue and I just made a circle around the veins of the eye. You don't have to worry about exact sizes or anything, I just tear it off. Coats to thicken it up as you want. Start, and I'll put some down. Wrap it right around the edge of that lip I made. And just sort of ball it up, smush it together. And then go ahead and put another ring around it on the tin foil, attaching it. Make sure the tin foil gets on the hot glue and that sort of holds it on there. If not, it will want to just slide, pop right, the eyeball want to pop out of the socket, you could say. Now we're just going to want to build this up. And you just got to work with it. It's going to come out uneven, but we can fill in some of the gaps with hot glue after we get our basic shape that we want. Use your table to shape it up, push it where you want it. And if you feel it, it's starting to, like the eyeball's popping out again, just get you some more hot glue and go around it. Because you're going to build up around the eye socket anyway. So you can do it just a little at a time. Alright, so now we're going to start trying to shape a mouth. With this, I'm not using the razor blade, I'm just using the casing of it. So if I slip, I won't cut myself. But you can use anything flat. Probably even use a popsicle stick to get in there. Sort of make you a mouth. So all you gotta do is just dent it up in there to give it a shape. Now you can just add the lips around the mouth with the hot glue gun. Now, working with the hot glue gun and the tin foil is the hot glue gun and the hot glue is going to heat the tin foil up. So you got to watch how much amount of hot glue you put on there because it will start warming your fingers up holding it. We're going to make the eye sockets, or the eye feelers, or the eye tentacles, whatever you want to call them. So we're going to pull a little bit off here. And then just roll it up. just roll it up. Thicken that up just a little bit. All right. Now, you just take this part and just sort of smush back and make like a flat spot. And then holding that's going to make that really flat and thin. You're just going to have to shape that back up. And you want to do the same thing on the other side so you can have a place to attach it. And then what I like to do is after I get it done, whichever side looks better as far as where you put an eyeball, that's the side I'll use for that, and I'll attach the other one to its body. Don't worry about it being too round or flat or square, because we're going to add hot glue to this. Done. We got a little bit of a mouth going here. We're going to want to build it up again, so we'll put another coat on here. Now what we're going to want are some nice, round, sharp toothpicks. We're going to go with the teeth and a little bitty thing of cutters. And let's see here. Just basically want the sharp point. So want enough to where you can stick in the glue. We'll just cut it right below where it starts to taper off. Now I made about 6 of these just a little bit longer so I can use as fangs. And notice how when I clip these two, I'm putting my finger up here while I clip it, because if you don't, it's going to shoot across the room. But do not get your finger caught, or you're going to shoot blood across the room. And save your other toothpicks for later. You can always find a project for toothpicks. Hopefully that'll be enough. If not, I'll cut some more. Lip going area. Now let's maybe put in a tongue. Just something that will come out just a little bit so you can see. Go ahead and coat the inside with hot glue. Alright, now you can just start coating the whole thing in hot glue. Just give a good coat. And sort of give it a texture. Now this is tinfoil is starting to heat up, so you're gonna have to take breaks. Alright, so pick you out your couple longer pieces that you're cut with your toothpick, and then you're just gonna put some hot glue in here. They can make gum line, I guess you could say. Make his gum line out of hot glue. And you'll take your big pieces and place them where you want for fangs. Take some smaller pieces and put next to them. don't have to keep adding hot glue. You can just sort of heat up where it was at. Add some more pieces. Those teeth aren't going to be in there that great right now. So let it dry. Then now you want to go back over the front. Put some more hot glue on them to hold them more in place. And you're just sort of redoing the lips, building it up. Rounding the mouth out with some hot glue if you feel that it's needs more shaping. If you feel the tooth is not in the right spot, just heat up the hot glue around it just a little bit, and you can probably move it into the position you want. Now for a stand, I just sort of figure out how I want him to sit, and I just place a toothpick in him. There we go. And I'll put a little hot glue around it. And if you want to do this sooner, so you can work with it like this, that is fine too. I just sometimes like to wait to see actually how it's going to come out to how I want it to sit. Which you can always take the hot glue, melt around the toothpick and take it out. Alright, when you think you got all your tinfoil covered, which you want to cover because your acrylic paint isn't really going to stick very well to it. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up the rim of the eye again. A little bit rounder. Be a little bit more defined. Have some layers that are going to the side and out. Build up the front lip. And the bottom lip. I'm going to attach these. So as I said, I find the best looking end piece that I want to put an eyeball on, and I'll use a hot glue, and I will just put a dab of hot glue on there. Peel it off on the corner, and I'll let that dry, and that will be the eyeball on the tentacles. But you want to keep it upright so it doesn't droop. So you gotta give it a chance to dry before you can put it down. Alright, so now we got us some little eyeballs. And now we're going to attach them on Alright, so you can see I made another one. Wanted 5. So after you get them on there, so then you start to shape them in the way you want them to be. With the tinfoil, it's a little hard. You just got to work with it to make it not look so angled. Make it more look natural. If you got any round dowels, you can use that because that will sort of curve them out. So now what you're going to do with the hot glue gun is you're going to smooth out maybe where you got some, just where it's a puddle. Just sort of use your hot glue gun, smooth that out just a little bit. And then you're just going to start coating the tentacles in hot glue. Smooth out the area around where you glued the tentacle down. Coat the tentacles with hot glue because this will keep it to where it will hold their form. To where if you just left them at tinfoil, one, your paint wouldn't stick too well and they would move on you. Alright, when you get to the top of the eyeball, you can put a little rim around it if you want, like an eyelid. Just go around it in a circle. Alright, I'll come back when I get all this done. Got them all coated. Pretty much anyway. And you can build up around the eyes as much as you want to make a lid or a socket. You'll have some wisp you'll need to take care of because this, when you coat this thing, it's going to wisp everywhere. But what sticks to it is fine. It's going to look like little bitty tiny veins. Now if you're wanting to make one of these guys and him have smooth skin texture, this will not be the way to go because he is going to be very rough, tumor looking, I guess you could say. Which in a way it's about what they are, is a giant tumor with an eyeball and a mouth. And then make veins. Make real big vein. Come back. Branch it off. Just like that. We can come from this way. Wrap around. Come down. Another one. And I just make it where it comes off the eyelid. And it wraps back to the back. Alright, so first we're going to do is put a thin coat of black on him. But be mindful. Don't get any on the eyeball. The bouncy ball. And if for some reason you wanted an invisible beholder, just don't paint him. Hot glue him up. Maybe make some kind of clear teeth. There you go, an invisible beholder. So this is just a black and thinned out acrylic paint. And I can just spray it in there. Don't worry about getting his teeth all black. You can paint over that. If you get some on your eyeball, that's fine. Because I mean, we're going to color them. I like to try to keep a little bit of the outer rim clear, so when you put that red dot on there, make it really big, but there'd be a little bit of white of the outline around there. So, and then you do have a little bit of silver that comes through on the sides. Make sure you get that. Khaki and some cinnamon. Let's try to get it like a brown color. Some red. Get around the teeth and the gum line a little bit. Cinnamon. And I'm going to thin this out. Really good. Do some multiple layers most likely. Go ahead and do the eyes. And we're going to put on another coat. Alright, so now I'm going to take this khaki and I'm going to do the veins. So I'm gonna do around the eyes. Give it sort of that fleshy color. Now, where I added those veins with the hot glue, I'm just going to follow those out. All right, let's get some white for the teeth. Just a little bit of this khaki mix in with this white. Here we go. So I'm gonna take a little black and a little of this dark brown and a lot, water it down. A lot. This is gonna be my wash on it. Just gotta be careful of the eyeball. Let's see how this does. brush. Let's rake it off any of the excess. Alright, take a little bit of the light khaki and the white. And we're going to dry brush it really good. Sort of bring out some of the details. All the imperfections in the glue is going to bring out stuff, make it look like veins. Went to the Dollar Tree, found zombie figures for $1. I cut off a couple of the bases right here, and that's what I'm gonna use for a base. Now this is pretty heavy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put rocks on it. So what I'll do is I'll take it, and to cover this, I only used 6 small sticks of hot glue. And then you want to get your black and put you an eyeball. All right, there you have it. Sorry about the last few minutes of the video. I don't know what happened to the focusing. Looks like it might have been a lighting issue. I love adding beholders to my game. One of my favorite D&D monsters is the beholder. If you wanted to add some beholders to your game, that's a way you can do it. Tinfoil, hot glue, and one of those eyeball Halloween bouncy balls you always get. If you like this video, you liked what I did here, go out and craft you some beholders. Click the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Keep up with some of the other videos I do. I'll be doing some more in the future. Try to get as many out as I can when I have time. So, make you a beholder. The table calls. Keep gaming. Thanks a lot.